Hi, this video is to talk about what was the verbal score versus percentile in the last 3 years. From there, you can make out what could be CAT 23 score versus percentile. Rough idea. Though it could change based on difficulty level of the paper, but yes, we'll give you a rough idea. So if you look at overall, at a 90 percentile, the score required was 23 to 28 approximately. If you look at CAT 22, the score dropped by almost 5 marks for almost every percentile. 5 to 6 marks because the paper was tougher, and because the paper was tougher, therefore the score required for each percentile dropped by around 5 to 6 marks as far as the verbal section is concerned, right? So 85 percentile you require 20 to 24 marks, 25 marks as such, whereas if you look at 90 percentile you require 23 to 28 marks in the last 3 years. This gives you a tentative idea of the scope. You can then accordingly target. If you're not scoring a 20 marks, then it makes sense to focus on scoring a 20 marks, because you need to get that 20 marks to clear the sectional cutoff, because most top colleges will have that 80 percentile sectional cutoff, and some good colleges also will have 70 and 50 percentile cutoff. But yes, it makes sense to be safe and at least get that 15 to 20 marks in the verbal section. Yeah, if the paper is tougher, the cutoffs, the marks required will go lower. If the paper is easier, the marks required will go higher. So go with the open mind in the examination. My normal recommendation to students is don't focus on the marks, focus on strategy. And the moment you focus on strategy, the strategy should be such that even if it's an easy paper, you should have a right strategy, or tough paper, you should have a right strategy accordingly. I understand it's difficult to predict the difficulty level of the paper, because the paper can be easy or tough, you can't make out till you come out of the examination. But yes, have a flexible attitude in the exam. It will lower your stress levels. As I said, normally 90 percentile is the sectional cutoff required for almost all colleges. If you get 90 percentile, you clear cutoffs for all colleges, sectional cutoffs. Some of the colleges have at 85 and 80 percentile cutoff. So most good colleges you will clear if you have 80 percentile in each section. Most good colleges. Leave aside a few colleges, most good colleges 80 percentile is sufficient. Any college which has sectional cutoff normally has a minimum 50 percentile level. So any good college that you're looking at, so you need to score that minimum level. So you can look at that level and accordingly plan your preparation. Right? For example, your strategy could differ based on your accuracy. If you look at 90 percentile, you require 23 to 28 in the last 3 years. If you have a good accuracy, it means like say you're getting 2/3 right in the, you can attempt 15 and get 10 correct and still get 90 percentile. You may attempt 20 and get 12 correct and you still may get 90 percentile. So number of attempts will depend on your accuracy as such. So try to focus a little bit more on accuracy when you're trying to solve. But it depends on experiment, see what works for you, which strategy works for you, and accordingly follow that. The idea is to get more marks. Whichever strategy gives you more marks, focus on that strategy. Right? Hope that helps. All the best.